So then we got to Prague together as a group of 3 friends. Who I still keep in touch with, actually. One of my friends now, Paul, who was actually with me when I bought this. He lives in California now, so I often talk to him from time to time. And yeah, we were walking through Prague. It was all still, the wall had only come down a couple of years before that. People were able to travel freely. It was crazy, the kind of things that you could see, the prices you could see, and the sort of just how strange even then these countries still were, what they did and didn't really have available to them. And yeah, we travelled in, and we spent the whole day in going around Prague. And I remember walking up to the Opera House, and just near the Opera House was a small little seller who was selling all kinds of Russian memorabilia and tat and all kinds of things. And even then I realised it wasn't probably a real pocket watch, but it was a kind of replica of a pocket watch that would have been given to soldiers for a certain amount of service and time that they would have actually spent in Czechoslovakia as soldiers, as part of the Russian military there. And it was just, even though it wasn't maybe real, it's still a real pocket watch. As we can hear now, it is actually now working just again, strangely enough, because it doesn't often work, but it's obviously the body heat, and as you said, maybe just a little bit of love. It needs to come back to life again. So yeah, I bought it because I wanted something to kind of remember the trip there, and also just to kind of remember that summer. And it was also something that I thought maybe I would wear and have a grand waistcoat into which I could put my little lovely Russian pocket watch, which I'm not quite sure how I would explain to people why I'm carrying around a Russian pocket watch, but nonetheless, I just like the look of it, the silver face, the engraving on the inside here. You can see this. I also saw the lovely geometric pattern there, and then the work on the face is actually just quite lovely. It's very delicate, and it's a very robust, object as well, which is quite good for me because I tend to handle things a little bit too roughly. So I had it from that summer, and then over the years it's gone everywhere. It's great. This has travelled probably more than any other pocket watch that was made in Russia. This went to Australia, they came back from Australia to Ireland, then went back to Australia, then came back to Scotland. This thing has travelled far and wide with me. It even spent time living with us in America, I think, when we lived there. And I always kept it because it was just one of those sort of small, quite beautiful little reminders of my kind of college days and the travels that we did then, which were all very easy. And I guess it's because it's also time, and time is a very precious thing. Probably that's why I've always kept it. Because there's so many little things we've bought over the years that just kind of fall by the wayside because they're not so interesting or special or kind of precious seeming. But this is just one of the few things that I've really kept, that and I always know where it is. I can always find it amongst the thousands of little bits of paper and other things that I have to keep in life. This is just one of those things that I always know where it is. But so that's my pocket watch, my memories of it, and I guess why I still keep it, and I'll have to look after it a little bit better in future. So that's it.